Hi, I'm Logeshwar. I'm here to share about IHRT. These are my colleagues.
Hi, I am Vignesh Kumar.
Hi, I am Bazil Nicholas.
Hi, I am Anandu.
Hi, I am Arun Kumar.
We are here to share about IHRT, International Human Resource Decision. This business is going to be about Australia. Australia is highly urbanized and heavily concentrated on the eastern seaboard, and it is highly developed country with the world's 12th largest country, and it is 6th sovereign country. The capital of Australia is Canberra. The largest city of Australia is Sydney. The language spoken in the Australia is English. Abnormal indigenous Australian languages are spoken in the some of abnormal communities. The government which is followed by Australia is federal, parliamentary and constitutional monarchy. The area covered by Australia is 76 lakh square kilometers. The population of Australia is 2.5 crore. The nominal GDP is $1.6 trillion. The per capita income is $62,000. The money used in Australia is Australian dollar. According to India, the value of $1 is rupees 56.29. The major areas of Australia are Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, and Aldria. And the main economic background of the Australia is mining and agriculture. Recruitment policies and practices in Australia. There are 5 stages of recruitment policies and practices. Stage 1, career opportunity and applications. They identify the role the best that suits your qualification and career aspirations and submit your CV and cover letters through online. Stage 2, initial telephone interview. If your profile is matching what they are looking for, a member from recruitment team will contact you. Stage 3, first round interview. If they consider that you are a potential candidate for the position, you will be invited to attend the face-to-face interviews conducted by a panel including the hiring manager. The interview helps us to understand your career interests, your educational background, skills, competitions and experience, as well as what motivates you to success at work. Stage 4, assessments. We may invite you to participate in physiometric assessment, which allows us to better understand your motivation and how you behave to work. Stage 5, second round interview. If you successfully complete the first round, you will be invited to participate in the second interview. This interview will enable you to assess the potential for the future collaborations and for you to get an additional insight into what working with us is like. Reference check. After completion is reference check. We'll ask you to reference to answer questions about your previous work and performance, your skills and behavior at work. Selection and decision offers. Our selection panel will identify the most qualified candidate for the post. Once you have been selected for the role, your HR representative will send you an employment offer and answer any questions you may have.
Australia Work Health and Safeties, also called Occupation Health and Safeties, is a multi-fact area of regulation impacting the management and the control health and safeties and welfare to work. It based on the principle of provision and the requirement of the place work to be safe. It's also applied to work achieved inside faculties, equipments, plant and mobile equipment outside of the workplace. Australia Workplace and Health and Safety is the bond complex topic which way the very put together in guide to help you understanding to the companies include WHS policies and products that come to in the playing. The periodic period. A problematic period, the period of time, the start the permanent full-time or part-time, the employment relationship that give the employer the opportunity, the access welfare to new employee, the compact, the renewable schedule of the job. If the employee is not scheduled to the role, there is loss objective that terminated the employees. Manpower in Australia. A major advantage to Japan's the southward public device the limited population with provide Australia. For undertaking often opportunity along radio Bronson the maintaining the United States including defined access awareness that is the Japanese report in October 1942 that lack of manpower that most serious problem now fact. Australia for Roman similar notes the sounds. Australia in the state of complex. Entire in the fourth labor. Again to July 1943, Japanese were the broadcasting that in the great workness the occurrence of the been lack of the manpower.
Training and development or career development politics and practices. Australia has granted the OECD permission. OECD means Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Australia is ranked 10th of the 41 OECD member and partner countries with 38% of 25 age to 64 age. Having attained these several of education, career guidance policies made in recent years to develop better ways of meeting the needs of OECD. There is also growing recognition of the need for lifelong learning and career developments. Background, we overview Australian career development practice in the professional associations offering professional learning opportunities to the policy requirements for issuing AQF. AQF means Australian Qualification Framework. Recent trends in Australian training and development. The article explores recent changes that have taken place in the training and development. The vision of career development in Australia. Career development must go beyond the education and youth areas. Increasingly, people are likely to hold means different jobs throughout their lives in different industries. All Australians need the knowledge and skills to manage their own futures and access information to decide how best to achieve this. At the border level, better decisions by individuals mean less wasted investment in unused skills, less jump through education and employment pathways and higher productivity. The long-term vision of the National Career Development Strategy incorporates this lifelong approach. All Australians have the skills, knowledge, and capabilities to manage their careers throughout life to support their individual well-being and participation in the workplace. The state and territory governments. State and territory governments have a responsibility for providing quality career and development services in the areas of school education, vocational education, and training and in other state and territory. And other topic, compensation policy and support. Works compensation in Australia. Workers' compensation provides financial support if a person is injured at work or becomes sick due to work. It can include payments to cover their wages while they are unable to work, payments for medical expenses and costs, and lump sum payments where an injury is deemed permanent. Australia compensation policy and supports to healthcare. According to the Australian of Statistics Work-Related Injuries Survey, in 2017 to 18, more than 560,000 people were estimated to have had a work-related injury or disease. And of these, 39% did not require any time of work, 6.4% took part of a day or shift of work, 6.4% took part of a day or shift of work to 25% took 1 to 4 days of work, and 25% took 4 more days of work. The remaining 3.6% had not returned to work since the work-related injury or illness occurred. Who receives workers' compensation? In 2017 to 18, 299,000 people, are just over half, 53% of all those that experienced a work-related injury or disease received some form of financial assistance. In total of those who received financial assistance, 52% received workers' compensation. 45% did not apply for workers' compensation. 3% applied for but not get workers' compensation. Australian government and Australian Law Reform Commission provide the purpose of workers' compensation are to provide injured workers with financial support, provide injured workers with medical benefits and other of non-economic support. At a Commonwealth level, the workers' compensation system is a long tail rather than a short tail system. That is, it pays benefits for the duration of a worker's incapacity rather than imposing a benefit period or amount restriction.
Nature of work in Australia. Over the past few decades, both the nature of work and employment relations have undergone significant change in Australia. Employees are expected to work harder and for longer hours. Employment is less secure for many workers, and part-time and casual work have increased significantly. In addition, the way the which wages and working conditions are determined have also changed. Industrial relations have become decentralized and union coverage of workforce has declined, and collective approach to employment relations have increasingly have replaced with more individual arrangement. The nature of work is best defined as the type of work that he does. This can refer to the basic tasks carried out as part of job and can refer to non-routine tasks that may require. Added together, the characteristics of these tasks comprise the nature of an employee's works. Fastest growing jobs from 2018 to 2023. Jobs ads is 23.6% and sports and personal service works 16.7%, health professional 16.3%, IT professional 16.0%, food trade workers 14.2%, hospitality workers 13.8%, legal and social welfare professional 13.0%. The working hours can be different for full-time and part-time and contract professional. In Australia, an employee can work up to 38 hours in a week or 7.6 hours per day. The spread of hours must define with the employees usually worker from Monday to Friday. In Australia, the industry projected to grow the fastest between 2018 and 2023 are healthcare and social assistance 14.9% and education and training 11.2%. The growth in the service sector has been driven by healthcare and social assistance. With the Australia's growing and aging population require more care and rollout of the National Disability Insurance Scheme, this is expected to continue.
Taxation policy in Australia. GST is a broad-based consumption levy charged at 10% on most goods and services consumed in Australia. Corporate income tax 30%, personal income tax 19 to 45%, value-added tax 10%. Corporate tax policy. Over the next few years, the Australian government is planning to gradually reduce its corporate tax rate bands, currently 30% for large corporates and 27.5% for smaller business, and to a uniform 25% by the 2026 to 27 financial year. Non-resident companies are taxed on Australian society income at the same rate as a resident company. Capital gains tax are also applied in any capital gains made through the disposal of assets.
Employment benefit. Mandatory employees benefit in Australia include retirement and PTO, including holidays pay, long service leave, maternity and paternity leave, and sick pay. Supplementary employees benefit include education, advancement, voluntary benefit, health insurance, and flexible working arrangement. Australia has extensive compensation and benefit law, as well as many other work protection that can make expanding there difficult. Regulation also vary by state, making it critical understand both the federal law and those in the region where your company is located. The top 10 employee benefit Australian workers would like their companies to provide flexible working in 20%, discount on electricity, gas, and water 32%, this continued education option 30%, petrol discount 29%, free meals 27%, supermarket discount 26%, and mental wellness initiative 26%, subsidiary message, yoga and gym membership 25%, special company deals on loan, mortgage, health insurance 23%, discount on mobile phone and data service is 22%.
HR policies in Australia. First one, Code of Conduct. A code of conduct sets the standard of behavior expected from employees. It specifies requirements for dress, grooming, appearance, and the use of organization resources. This policy may also cover in the discipline and termination policy. Second one, health and safety policy. Protection of employees' health and safety in this is the responsibility of employer. Employers are legally required for protect their employees at work. This policy states that organizations' commitment to maintaining a workplace that is safe for workers. This responsibility eliminates hazards in the workplace. Third one, recruitment policy. This policy expresses that organizations' commitment to attracting the best candidates to a fair and equitable hiring process. Fourth one, digital policy. HR policies covering IT, internet, email, and social media. It helps to find how the employees conduct themselves in digital environment. This policy helps to protect organizations' security and reputation. Fifth one, mobile phone policy. This policy stated that employees can and can't use mobile phone. This policy clearly defines that anything that's work-related or an urgent personal matter, it allowed. Mobile phone for enjoyment, social media, or anything that unrelated to work, it should be prohibited. Mobile phone distractions can have serious implications on worker productivity and safety. Sixth one, alcohol and drug policy. Alcohol and drug including prescribed medications. It may impact a person's performance at work. As safe work, Australia made clear a alcohol and a drug policy important in industries. Use of alcohol and drugs in workers could kill or seriously injure themselves. Seventh one, discrimination and harassment policy. This policy helps to keep safe and a healthy workplace. It should clearly define what constitutes in discrimination and harassment policy. Eighth one, grievance handling policy. This policy states the employee's commitment to investigate complaints with impartiality. It explains options for resolving issues between employees and managers. Ninth one, leave policy. A leave policy clearly specifies that types of leave available under the Fair Work Act and organizations' own rules. 10th one, discipline and termination policy. It helps to solve employers' complex issues in performance, misconduct, and their consequences. It defines that what behavior could lead to dismissal without warning, detailed procedure of disciplinary measures, termination, and redundancy. Before dismissing an employee, the employer should seek legal advice. 11th one, work from home policy. Work from home policy ties with a flexible work arrangements policy. The need for such policy more essential since the COVID-19 pandemic. This policy will detail grounds for working remotely. There are many productivity benefits that result from work at home.
Exit policy termination. First one, the address of the premise, the day by which will be backed, the reason. A most popularity send the delivered to notes to the laundered agreement to person by the post by the mail. The mail address specified to be agreement to for the document. By hand in the addressed environment employee. The mailbox, there the home or business address. The future snippet for the web. Generally, the employee most not terminated and the employee employment unless they have given the employee written notes for the last date of the employment, and the employee can be either lot of the employee or though the notice the period or pay it out the him. The trade union currently play the cultural role in Australian employment law. The permanent manifest in the process of the enterprise at beginning, where the employment will be the go together will be employee and to choose an union or order the negotiation condition of the employment. The specific their company in the industry union also they have the compares to the applied the FWC the undertaking stick the action. The reason to the given to workplace. Union also the right to enter the workplace where they have member and may use the right example the work condition and consider the member public approval the unions the being they damage the required years of the compensatory the of the member of the employment. Second, inventory the missing of the member funds in by the union official